Hello.
Hi, hello, is this Courtney?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Courtney? This is Tommy Bryson. Call can be recorded, potentially uploaded. How can I help?
Um, so after talking to you from other calls, I also mentioned that I was also thinking about trade school due to where I am and where I want to be in terms financially and just
hmm
looking in the future. So I was just wanted you to just give me a little like summary of like what you think of like trade school versus college.
Okay, so why are you considering trade school?
Um, considering trade school for various reasons like the just the job opportunities like right out of trade school, the amount of money I can save versus college and stuff like that.
Okay,
Just
so
just just the automatic openings and like
why are you in a
skills I
rush to
can.
get a job?
Um, I'm not necessarily in a rush to get a job, but just due to the fact of where I am financially and like just me trying to like build a foundation, a solid foundation, where it's just going into college and getting into debt.
What do you do
So
now for work?
for work, I work for a moving company, in like in Earth City, Missouri. It's a moving
Okay,
company. They pay pretty good. They pay about like what $15 an hour.
how much
So
you get paid per month on a
per
low
month,
month?
so per I know per week I make around like 425, 450. So that's on a low.
So that's like 1800.
On a Yeah, so like 1800. On a high, per week I'll make like 625, 650,
Okay,
even seven.
so it sounds like this, right? The big reason why you're considering trade school is for the time savings, the money
Yes,
savings, right?
yes, correct. That is correct.
However, right, you have to have, it's not just about trade school or about college. That's not the question at all. The question is, what do you want to do, right? As far as the career you
Mm-hmm.
want to pick. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, if your career is something that is taught in college, then you should go to college, right? That's what you want to do.
Yeah,
If
correct.
what you want to do is be a, let's say, like a let's say an elevator repair person that makes a lot of money, or an electrician makes a lot of money also, then you should go to
Right.
trade school because that's the best way to actually get it done, right? So the question is
Mm-hmm.
not trade school or college. The question is, what do you want to do? Now, the big problem with college is that traditionally, the way people do it, they don't do it the right way. What that means is
Okay.
basically, usually, my name is Courtney. I want to go to college. I go to an expensive 4 year school. I spend those 4 years. I get into a lot of student loan debt. I'm gonna graduate. I get a job potentially, and now I have like $30,000 in student loan debt also. Right? That's the big problem.
Right.
But if you wanted to do something in college, and you went, for example, to community college first to get your general education courses first, you paid cash for them along with the FAFSA that you actually get, all the financial help, the Pell Grants.
Right.
And on top of that, for example, if you apply for at least a minimum of 200 scholarships, you'll be able to do that basically almost for free, right? So now
Mm-hmm.
you can do those first 2 years for free. Now you go, for example, over to the 4 year school to do like your real degree in those 2 years. But since you had those 2 years in community college and you were also working and saving money, you can pay
Right.
for that part of college. So now you graduate debt free. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
So if you do
Yeah,
it
that makes a lot of
that
sense.
way, you'll be fine. The problem, you won't have a student loan problem at all. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I say, for example, trade school is great, but college is also great. It's all about how you get it done.
Right.
So personally, what do you want to do, Courtney? Like, what career are you interested in? Something that you're good at, makes you money, and you actually like it.
Um, I mean, as far as like skills wise, like I've been around actually almost my like half of my life around people who done skill jobs in terms of like plumbing. So I've seen that, and
Do you like that?
yeah, I do actually. I have some interest in that.
Have you done it?
Yes, I worked with my grandpa doing it.
Are you good at it?
I've actually, yeah, I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, I don't
Does it
mess
make
up. Right.
does it make a lot of money?
Uh, yes, I think so. I mean, in
Yeah.
terms of where I want to be,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
I'm not really money hungry, so but I'm
Yeah.
stable. Just want a
Mm-hmm.
stable income. So
Here's the thing, right? It doesn't matter really how much money you make, right? To a certain level, it
right,
does, because if you have a job that only makes you like $3,000, like let's say, like for example, like $30,000 per year, right? You can probably get a better job to make at least $40,000. Your life is gonna be a little bit
right,
better. What matters the most is basically that you have a job that pays you a good amount of money, but you also like it and you're very good at it. That way, you're actually challenged and you're actually happy with what you're doing, because basically you're gonna do it for a while.
exactly.
Now, here's what I recommend, right? It sounds like you want to do plumbing, but I recommend basically you go through this exercise just to make sure that's actually what you want to do. I would
Okay,
recommend you make a list of the 10 jobs, like your 10 dream jobs that you would love to have, right? Write them down, the
okay,
10. And then you do research on all the pros and cons, how long it'll take you, how much it'll cost you. And remember, right? You're applying for scholarships, you're getting financial aid, you're doing everything correctly. And write
right,
down all the information, what the day to day is actually like, how can you get an internship, how hard is it going to grow on those 10 jobs. So you should come up with like around like 2-3 pages worth of information. Once you
okay,
have that information, you start crossing off until you get to only 3 jobs left, right? So you cross
yep,
off all the way from 10 to 7, you have 3 jobs left. And then out of those 3 jobs, you decide which one do I like the most. Because at a certain point, those ones right there, they're all going to make you a good amount of money, but and you might be good at all of them also, but the big thing is like which one are you actually going to like the most? And if you
right,
pick the right one, then you focus on those. The other ones you ignore for the next 18 to 24 months while you try out the other one. Because you got to give things a chance to actually simmer.
right, right.
Okay.
I think that'll be a healthy exercise to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And one big thing is, Courtney, right? That if you work as a plumber, it's very important that you don't mess up. Not like with your job, because that's bound to happen, right? Because it's just
yeah,
like you building up
right,
the skill. But I'm talking about financially. Because when you
right,
mess up
exactly.
financially and you have like 100K income, it's easier to kind of bounce back. But when you mess up financially, you have a 40K income, it's going to be a little harder to bounce back. Meaning,
Hmm.
be very careful when you get a job to buy a new car or buy a car that needs like a loan
Exactly.
attached to it. Buy a car for cash, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Boom, taken care of. Be very careful putting like half your money to shelter. An expensive apartment, but you're barely home because you're always working, makes no sense. Make sure the
Right.
little rental that you actually get initially is no more than 25 to 33% of your monthly income. Okay, good. Then you have your groceries and everything like that. Make sure that you're not overspending on that. And that's basically it. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have your expenses pretty low, that means you have an overflow of cash, and with that cash you can start saving up, for example, for your
Exactly.
emergency accounts. You can start saving up for your investments. You can start saving up for a down payment on a home, and so on and so on. Does that make sense?
Yep. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so if you do those things correctly, you'll be fine.
Mm. Uh, yeah. Now I'm looking at it. I think for sure that exercise will help me get
Yeah,
to where I
because
want to be in.
sometimes when I ask you the question of what do you like, the first thing that came to your mind is what you know, right?
Right.
So if all you know, you are what you know, right? So all you know is this. So you don't really know exactly what else is out there. So that's why I
Right.
recommend you write down the top 10 by doing all that research. And you might even find out about a job that you might have not known before. And when you see like the day to day, how much money you can make, what it includes, what it doesn't include, what you can actually do with it, then you'll have like a better knowledge. Because what I don't want you to do is do like do plumbing and then find out 2 years later, wait, but I could have done like AC repairs, or I could have done something else that could have just like give me exactly what I
Right.
wanted also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions?
Nah. I think that was it. Honestly.
All right. Awesome, man. As always, Courtney, you already know this. These calls are not like a one-time thing. If you feel like you want to call me back and just like keep me updated on the job you selected, what you're gonna do, and all these things, then you'll be good. Okay, just make a call. All right.
Yeah, for sure. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man, and welcome to the long-term team. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Peace out, brother.
All right.
All right, guys. So that right there was Courtney. Okay, and it's very interesting. You know, when you're at that age, which is pretty young, you're trying to decide exactly what you want to do. You never really give it so much thought. You're like, I think I'll like this. You know, I think I like plumbing. That's why I recommend that exercise. An exercise is going to make you think, and really, really select something. You know, once you pick something and you actually like it, you have a level. And by the way, you can't expect to like you pick a job and then you really love it, but you're not always going to love every single part of it because that's just a part of the game, right? So there's that to think about also. But I'm happy that in some way he has like these little tools to actually help him out, you know? And it's very important that when you first start something, you don't mess up. You can mess up, I get it, but you don't make like big mistakes, you know, because the way people like organize their life is kind of like college, debt, car, debt, house, debt, personal loan, debt, credit cards, debt. And before you know it, they have all these things that they never ever thought about another way to do it. They just thought about what the standard traditional way was of doing things, and they just have to keep working and working and working. And at that point, it doesn't matter what you do because you got to do something to pay for all those things that you currently have. And that's not what I want for any of you guys, okay? I'll see you next time. Thanks for the call, Courtney. If you guys want me to call you next, well, go ahead and sign up for my next call. Link down below. Schedule a call from Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Calls are free and no one's going to bite you, so feel free to actually schedule a call whenever you want to. On top of that, if you guys want to DM me right here on Instagram at Tommy Bryson. If you guys are new here, like this video, and top out also subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified. And if you want to subscribe to like this, guys, well, here's another video right here, and click my face right here. See you guys tomorrow, and as always, peace.